In roughly 1990, I purchased a basket case Aeronca Champion airplane for restoration. I bought the airplane in South Weymouth, Massachusetts. I spent 3 years restoring it, and it's been quite a while since I did the restoration, but I'm finally getting around to where I have the time to put together a presentation showing some of the restoration photos. And a friend of mine was kind enough to do a video of the final assembly at Tumac Airport in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Tumac Airport is no longer there. It's now a golf course. The Tewksbury Country Club is where the airport was. After the airport closed, I moved the airplane to Lawrence and flew it out of Lawrence Airport for quite a while. It was a fun airplane to fly. I flew it for 7 years. It took me 3 years to restore it. We'll go through a bunch of still photos in the beginning to show the actual restoration. And then we'll go through Bill Killam's video of the assembly and the flight after restoration.
Yeah, this is a photo of my son Jonathan and myself, much younger than we are now. I just turned 75 and my son just turned 47, so this is a little old. Here I am working on the spars. The first part that I covered with fabric was an aileron. You can see my son holding here. Most of the moving surfaces were my first fabric covering experience. Made a new set of wingtips. It's out of chrome moly tubing. Here are all the moving surfaces, appendages, all covered with fabric and painted red. First things I painted red. And moved on to, let me get the shine off of this, moved on to assembling the wings. The ribs were all cleaned and painted with DuPont Very Prime, which is almost like a zinc chromate corrosion resistance paint. Here's Mike Rickard, the fellow that helped me with this project. He's trammeling the wings to make sure everything comes out nice and parallel and square. We installed two 13-gallon Aeronca factory wing tanks. Got rid of the nose tank in the airplane. That gave us a lot more distance that we could fly. The airplane has an 85 horsepower Continental in it instead of a 65 the way it came out of the factory. Here's the covering of the wing starting. This wing is fully covered now, and it's got its first coat of, got several coats of silver. The pink tapes are over the ribs, covering all the PK screws. Both ribs, both wings here are painted red, ready to go onto the airplane. Next, we tackled the fuselage. Here you see it being sandblasted. Here it is in Mike's shop. We had to do a little bit of repair to some of the chrome moly tubing in the fuselage. Starting to do some of the wood framing, the windows. This is a fixture that I made to be able to turn the airplane over in different directions, roll it over so that we could cover it with fabric. Get rid of this shine here. This is the fuselage with the aluminum panels in the cockpit installed, the instrument panel, the headliners in. Another shot of the wood formers in the fuselage. Here's the instrument panel, ready to go. It's actually in. And then we started with the covering of the fuselage. And here we just sprayed the blue, and the blue is now masked off. so that it'll be a blue stripe down the side of the red airplane, and the blue is masked off with the Aeronca for Aeronca. And the blue has been sprayed over the yellow, which is already masked off for the wings and the Aeronca symbol. And here it is with the call letters N3282 Echo and the Aeronca factory symbol. Complete painted fuselage, ready to put the gear on and work on the engine mount. Here we have the Continental C-85, getting that ready to be put back in the airplane. Didn't really have to do any major engine modifications or restoration. She was running pretty good as we got her. So we ran it for quite a few hours, and then eventually I did do a rebuild with new heads and a new crankshaft. Here's the aluminum wraparound on the cowl, brand new, that I fabricated. The engine's all mounted. And finally the fuselage is complete. Now that we've looked at the still photos of the restoration, we'll take a look at the video done by my friend Bill Killam of the assembly at Tumac Airport. And the gentleman you see in the green work uniform is Mike Rickard. His friends call him Mickey. Mike is a licensed A&P and IA mechanic. He's a great guy to work with. He's a real expert on Aeroncas. He kind of specializes in the restoration of Aeronca airplanes. He actually owns an Aeronca that still has the original fabric on it from the factory. It's disassembled, but it's a wonderful reference for anybody looking to restore an Aeronca to factory specifications. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy this assembly of the airplane and its first flight.
I'll wheel the airplane out now. Back off here and check it.
Whoa. Man, that almost hit.
Roy was saying it's rather close up there, and it was. There it is. N3282 Echo Aeronca. He's been on this project about two and a half years. It's coming close to completion right now. And here she is, plain Jane, just before you preparing to push it up on the trailer. We have it on the trailer now. I have to get the peripherals, to get the wings and things and the other tail surfaces and rudder, and tie it down and truck it on over to the hangar at Tumac and start assembling it. Okay, we got the wings in the hangar now on each side. Gonna get ready to put the wings on the thing and start assembly. Check it as the process goes along. Okay, so far we got the left wing on and left front strut. Start putting the bolts in the wing root. And we'll take a few more pictures here as the progress proceeds. Okay, now we've got both wings on it. A little bit of washing in this one, as you notice. Only get the front strut on it. Boy, that wing really twists. But it's starting to look like an airplane. Really pretty little aircraft. Yeah, we're always tightening up the jury struts now. As you can see, it's already up to 86 and it's only 9:40, and it is getting warm. I don't. Here's Mickey and Roy. It's July 10th, and we're putting the tail feathers on the bird. Pretty much together. A lot of little details left to do. Probably get most of it done today. A little more later.
Stop. Got it. Did you notice the door?
Oh, I have to pin on the door stop. This is Roy's pride and joy. It keeps from punching a hole in the door.
The door stopped.
Look at that. Get the rudder on here. Big dorsal fin for the 85 horse. Roy's in there. Safety wiring things. It's starting to come together pretty nice now. Mickey's over there melting. Oh, July 21st. I'm gonna roll it out. Mickey's gonna give it possibly a test flight. It's all together now, and this is it. Proof of the pudding. Pretty little bird. Pretty little bird.
I don't tell anyone.
The tail wheel, or you want to start?
No, that's good.
Okay, getting ready to start this little dude. Do all the good things you do with little airplanes. Mickey's gonna do a pre-flight check here, and then we'll get some more recording when we get her fired up. Waldo Pepper just about to try this little bird out. Because I think it needs a little fuel. We shall see.
The rings must have been.
How about the two of us together? Come on up here.
That's my side. That's your side? Yeah, that's my side. Yeah, the low.
They don't know which side to stand on, huh?
Oh, nice.
Now there's a pair that beats a full house, folks.
Hey, man.
Look over there.
Hey, that wasn't hard.
That's it, okay. Enough of the preliminaries, on to the real stuff.
So she pierced.
One more time. All right, it's alive and well. My goodness gracious. Listen to that little puppy purr.
The ailerons hooked up the right way.
Adjusting his cap, settling in, checking all the instruments. Everything's under green now. Let's go. Taxi out to the active now. Here for a little flight.
When she comes down, we break out the schnapps.
Okay, Mickey's just done his run up. Gonna taxi over to the active, which happens to be runway 3 today. And we'll catch him at the end of the runway. Back taxied all the way to runway 3. Line up, we'll zoom in here a little bit and then catch him on his takeoff roll. So he's rolling now. First flight after. Oh, it's in here. What a pretty sight. That climbs out pretty good, Roy.
Don't have to worry about the trees.
He's in a pattern on his down one leg now. Keep it on him. Yeah. Okay, he's turning base. God, it takes a long time to get onto the base leg. Finally made it.
Slow plane now. This is not a Grumman.
That's true. You're gonna have.
We enjoy this. We take our time and we relish every moment of it.
Oh, it's gonna take you days to get to the threshold. Yes, sir. It's going to be life in the slow plane. Looking good.
He is coming in the grass.
He'd like us out of the way.
It's like jogging the action because he's coming in on the grass, so we had to get the hell out of the way. No, it's going to be a flyby. The great Waldo Pepper.
Better get off to the side.
Okay, turning on final here. Looking good. Look at that thing float. Whew. Definitely not a Grumman. Coming down, floating like a little bird. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty.
Come on, you want to go for a quick ride?
He wants to go for a ride. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's do that. Stay right there next to that Aeronca sign.
Roy's going to go for a quick ride here.
Yes.
And Mickey's going to take Roy for a quick dance around the park here in his airplane, in Roy's airplane.
What's that doing?
Doing a little sashay down the runway. So we'll catch him on takeoff.
About 3,000.
Mickey and Roy down the end of the runway getting ready for the takeoff roll. Here they go again. Tail will come up. And about 450 to 500 feet. Well, with Roy in there, maybe 600 feet, the plane will lift off. Right about there. Yep.
Oh, that was good.
Now look at that climb. Not bad at all for a little bird. That Grumman wishes it could do that. Now he's turning final. Ought to land quicker this time with the two people in there. Oh, a little slip. What a show off. Whoa. Look at that. Oozing on down. Oozing on down. I'm telling you, Mickey can fly anything. Fantastic. And there you go. That's what real flying's all about. There's Roy. We'll check and see if he got a smile on his face. You're gonna be parking in here for the night, and it was a successful day.